human shit. Wear it, cop it, you get hit.
Welcome to Jumping the Turnstile. I'm Jezbot. Over there is Timmy Taco, and the sound you're about to hear, the sultry, velvety sounds, is from my man, Sean Enough. Welcome back to the podcast, Sean Enough.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
It's been too long. Where have you been? Was it us, or is it you?
Well, I'm a big fan of the "it's not you, it's me" thing.
You are a single man.
And you know what? Generally, it is. And there's no way of denying that. That is the truth. But no, to be honest, it's geographical, isn't it? It's logistical.
It's logistics.
It's
the old.
It's what John Lennon said, that life is what happens when you're busy making plans. You know, the old cliche.
Is that John Lennon?
Apparently.
It's deep.
All right.
Old JL. Rest in peace. No, what have I been doing?
Too soon?
Gone too soon.
Yeah, no. Hey, I haven't been too far away, but it's good to hear you guys have been really productive. I heard some great episodes.
Thank you very much. Episode 200.2.
This one is. Yep.
And what a celebration it is to be.
It is a celebration. We're recording on a Friday night, which we don't usually do, so we're going to be able to have a few bevies. Tim, the kids are away.
They are away.
Sent them off to camp.
Yeah, I guess so.
And there it is. It's out there. We had nothing better to do.
Yeah, but I've got myself the old Scotch
flat ginger ale Scotch again.
No,
we talked about this last time.
Yeah, I did.
That's a risky run with ginger ale. It seems to flatten quite quickly.
Immediately.
And tonic waters.
Right.
Tonic water does the same thing.
That must be something, a way that the bitterness affects the carbonation. Something to look into.
Well, we'll science my science or weird science with that later on. We can
always a bit of that.
Why is it so?
Why is it so? No, literally, I've been hauled up in the studio making some nice,
like Dr. Dre on a
summer's day.
Yeah, all the days, winter's days, summer's days, and doing that business. What else is new? Got a housemate.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep, got a housemate, so that's been good. Take a bit of the financial pressure off living in the Windsor.
The sunny end of Windsor, apparently.
Yeah, it generally is. Yeah.
Now, what's the process there? Did you go the app route of finding a housemate?
Well, I did initially.
Friend recommendation.
And this goes out. This is good marketing or advertisements for the platforms that are successful and aren't so successful. I went with some of the apps that you have to pay for.
Right.
With little to no love.
Did you have to put your profile up like a dating agency?
Oh, you've got to sell yourself. And see, I've got a tendency to under-promise and over-deliver. And I like that that's what I learned in my professional life. And I like to think it translates, but it actually doesn't, because the world's full of all this bravado, and most people take that on face value, and that's like some people are eating up. People are eating up the bravado generally.
So people expect you to lie on your resume.
Pretty much.
Curriculum vitae.
Oversell.
So do you take photos from above, like from a higher spot of the room, so the room looks sexier?
It's all about angles. All about angles. No, it took me a long time. I did have to reevaluate. My initial ad got almost no responses. Almost no responses. Do
you like forensic files?
Even though the place is, it's a nice house. I think it's a
little bit haunted, but
we've recorded there many times at the
it's lovely.
Sean Enough Studios at the sunny end of Windsor.
But I had to redo the ad. I made it a bit more cheerful, sold the place a little bit better, and put it in a better light. But everybody that came past the place loved it and wanted to move in instantly, and I ended up with a pretty good housemate, and it's happy days.
Very good.
Excellent.
Yep.
You're all getting along. There's been no accidentally using her almond milk for your latte.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because she went away for a couple of days, and I came home drunk one night and drank her oat milk. I replaced it though pretty quickly. We're pretty good like that. I've got very little to do with these.
Is it a Mikasa Sukasa situation going on?
Mikasa almond milk, Yukasa almond milk?
No, it's not at all. It's not at all like that. But life is like.
Hey, dividing up the fridge.
Oh, just
top shelf, bottom shelf.
By levels, I'd take the higher shelves because
it's colder.
It's actually warmer in the taller.
It's like it's like a prison cell. Like the first person in the cell gets the top bunk.
Right.
No.
Okay, so you just it's a domination. It's a domination thing.
Yeah.
It's marking your territory.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, but generally it's pretty good.
What
Pretty
about
good.
Nice.
what about who sits where on the couch?
Oh, nothing like that. Like the common room.
Common room.
Well, the lounge room has become a common room, and it's not all that
Sounds
common.
very-
We don't
sounds
don't
very
spend
Don
that much
Bo-
time in there.
Sounds very Don Bosco-y, the common room.
have you come home and anyone like that you don't know is sitting in the common room?
Oh no, not really, not really.
Wait for that
that's
one.
Generally me,
Yep.
doing that sort of business. But no, it's been pretty good. No horror stories to speak of, which I'm pretty thankful for. Have you guys got any share house horror stories?
Yeah.
My wife.
Who's been using my toothbrush?
I
do have some wife advice.
Yeah.
Just if you have been living with someone you're married to them,
Okay.
and you're with them,
they're there.
They open your letters. You're not allowed to open their letters. Type
Yeah.
scenario.
Okay. Yeah.
But I hijacked Cassie's phone the other night, and while we're having
Checked up her messages.
nothing like that. Nothing sus like that.
Pretty sure that's illegal now.
Yeah.
I went into her podcast app.
Right.
Who's this you've been listening to?
Subscribed her to Turnstyle Digital Presents.
Okay.
Which gets all your mixtapes from Melbourne DJs from around
and
the
all
city.
audio broadcast
There's
from
56
the studio.
hours of free mixes that you can just download and listen to at work.
Yep.
Various
So I
DJs.
downloaded that for her and various tracks. And then I also put our Jumping the Turnstile like at the top of her list.
Oh, how do you do that?
You can edit.
Okay.
And you can switch them all around
Ah.
in order of importance, which
Okay.
is what I did
Yeah.
for her, of what she should be listening to in order of importance. And then I took the app out of, she had it in this folder that was like travel, entertainment file, it was just buried deep.
Yeah.
So I had to dig it out, and then I put it right up next to the flashlight. Like
Cool
the first
stanza.
button.
Yeah. You can stanza there.
Now, here's the wife advice.
Yep.
Don't do that
Oh,
to someone's phone, especially your wife's.
right.
They don't like it.
Has she
people
got
don't
any
like it when you
naked
met.
photos of herself on there?
They didn't even
Did you
go into any of
Send
that.
them anywhere.
Didn't even. Let's just purely podcast to try to get the numbers up, boys.
Right.
Yep.
Does that work? That works that way, does it? If you rearrange somebody's app folder, it gives us better stats.
Well, if you go into it and then start downloading all
Okay.
the episodes, yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
And now you know.
But that's my who's been using my toothbrush.
You've been using her toothbrush.
Yeah, I have been.
Well,
Yeah.
I came across a little tiny tidbit news story here. 2 condos were illegally converted
That's a new
into
one.
18 micro apartments in New York. So it's 2 big condos. So think of
What is a
what
condo?
what is a condo
Maybe
compared
it's
to a
unit.
compared to a studio apartment? I think
condo.
condominium.
Maybe there's a common room.
No, there's no common room, but it's a condo. I can't explain a condo, but I have an image in my head, and it's just one of them apartment blocks. It's not quite a building.
Yep.
Like you'll see them in a residential area, but there's many.
Have we talking
Units.
Melrose 90210?
Melrose
Scenario.
Place.
Oh, the
Pool in the
condos.
middle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, imagine pool or no pool,
so
but
like
that sort of
Patterson Lakes, are they condos?
stuff. I guess there would be some condos. What do we call them? We must have an equivalent. Obviously, condo isn't something that's US specific.
Yeah.
Well, with your time off, you could have been scratching up on your
Well,
real
okay,
estate
here we go. This will
law
give us-
An
for
apartment
short enough.
complex.
This will give us a bit of a clue. The ceiling heights were 4.5 feet to 6 feet tall on each level. So what they've done is they've turned these 2 condos into 18 micro apartments
Whoa.
for compact living.
Do you
They do that. They do
you
that in
think-
Melbourne.
Do you think that buildings are named for the ceiling height? Like,
So you would say like my ceiling here is 2.7, so I've got high
you've got a
ceilings. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So this is a house.
this is a
So
con-
they split it
this is
in
a con-
half by height.
by height.
I would say a condo would be
No. But now we want to know whether or not they're dividing the rooms down the middle or
Is that like level 13 on being John Malkovich?
Yeah, there you go.
Feels like the condo, maybe it's got a couple of floors, like 2 floors,
Oh yeah.
and then they've subdivided it into 4.5 feet to 6 feet tall.
Because
ceilings.
I do know that you can go to
So
those,
about the size of this room.
you know those in Japan, the hotels, they're like micro rooms.
The
It's
pods.
just the pods. Yeah.
I've stayed in a pod.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get a good 4 minutes out of that story.
Well, it was on, I think it was the first night I stayed in Japan, and I was severely drunk. And I remember crawling into this pod, and there's all buttons. It's a little bit spaceshipy. It's pretty cool. And there's a television. I remember flicking the television on. Japanese pornography on the television.
Really?
Excellent.
Yeah, they play it on the television. It's all
Maybe that's
censored.
what the pod's for.
It's all.
It seemed a little bit
Yeah.
like it was tailored towards that end of the market.
And then somebody comes over the speaker. You can begin whenever you like, sir. Feel free to.
Don't be shy. But anyway, you're
There
watching,
are other porns on other channels, you know, sir.
and all this other porn on the other channels don't have all the genitals blurred out, which is really weird.
No, they do.
Didn't you have some
On all the
weird
Japanese
theory
channels.
about?
They're all blurred out.
All blurred out.
So you're not watching
So
porn.
they play it on television, but it's blurred out.
All right. Well, it's not
which is
porn.
kind of strange. But it was a nice experience. I I thought I probably was being watched, so
Yeah,
yeah,
porn pops.
didn't get into it too much. But the most outstanding feature of the venue was the onsen, the bathing facility.
Okay.
And Japanese bathing is like a ritual.
Yeah.
Are all the private bits blurred out?
Well, I don't know. No, they're not.
Mr. Fog over
You
there.
bathe like with your same sex, and it's communal, and there's like a big, like it's almost like a Roman style bathtub with like it's really nice, and there's steam rooms and saunas and all that sort of stuff.
Like a wash
You don't-
station.
You don't wash in the bath. Everybody sits at like a bench, like a big long bench. I remember the room with benches either side with like stools that you sit in, like crouching, not chairs, like a little short stool, maybe like a foot high. And you're sitting on this tiny little stool in front of a bench, and in front of you is everything you need. And there's like a little,
What do you need?
well, like there's like a hose shower handle
Okay.
that if you press a button, it spits soap.
Oh, yeah.
And you lather yourself up, and
Nice.
everybody's sitting there naked on these little stools, lathering themselves up
Yeah.
with a mirror in front, and then it turns to water, and you wash yourself off. But the most outstanding thing that I remember from this place was that the toothbrushes, which were provided as well, was self-sourcing
Sauce?
toothpaste.
Yeah. Okay.
Sauce?
Sauce?
Self-sauces.
An issue with that. The sauce.
How do
the
they?
onsen?
How
I
do
think
they?
It's medication, isn't it? It's
the bristles-
It's an ointment. It's an ointment, isn't it? Oh,
Something like that.
you rub it on your teeth. It's
Yeah.
an ointment.
Well, you spit it out. You
Teeth
spit it out.
sauce.
But what I'm trying to say is you don't need to put toothpaste on them. You just put water on them and brush your teeth. And
Ah,
they-
the
and they
bristles
foam
are
up.
bathed in foamy
Yeah,
Excellent.
paste.
pretty cool.
There you
Pretty
go.
Yeah,
nice
that's so
feature.
lazy.
Pretty nice feature.
But who's been using my toothbrush?
Nobody.
The automatic toothbrush.
Yeah, I'd say they're single use. I'm not too sure.
Hopefully.
Wow. I've got to get over there. I really want to travel to Japan.
Steam room
It's a great
toothbrush.
place. A great place.
Would
But
you
just
say you really must go?
You really must go to Japan if you're going to go anywhere.
Let's stay on brand.
But to stay on brand, we have to wrap up what a condo is. And a
Ah,
condo
good.
is
Okay.
what
Very
Timmy
good.
said. It's a condominium, a building function. A condominium, often shortened to condo, in the United States of America and in most Canadian provinces, is a type of living space similar to an apartment, but independently sellable and therefore regarded as real estate.
Ah. Doesn't really
No,
care.
it doesn't.
Shout out Wikipedia.
Can't you sell your flat? Right.
I think you can just sell your space and subdivide it into 18 smaller spaces.
Well, look, I
Or
only
did they
need-
just gutted it and then they just shrank them all down?
It's the micro home fad that's happening at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, why
you
not
only
have a
need-
micro condo?
You only need one of those shipping containers. I could, if I was bachelor chowing it, if I was just all by myself, I could live in a shipping container for sure.
Yeah.
Sure, as long
You
as I have
reckon?
it. Yeah, I could do that.
Well, this is happening in Japan again, where people have started selling the spaces in between buildings, and people have started building up in there and really making use of the space. you know,
Excellent.
in
It's like a
between
lane, like a
buildings.
laneway or
Yeah, even smaller than that.
Yeah, like
Wow.
like the space between two brick walls. It's like, about 7 or 8 centimeters.
Not much wider than the door. You know. But the thing about these tiny homes is that it's a great concept, but everybody that makes them wants to put them in like pristine wilderness.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
They're basically caravans. Caravans with no wheels.
That's my dream.
Yeah, that's
are you,
great.
Are you about to crush my dream?
No, I'm just saying, like, how many people with big backyards with lakes that need to make an extra $1 are going to have people with their tiny houses that live in it? I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Is that that's a
Is
caravan?
that a condo?
It's a caravan park.
All right.
Once you start to
it
get
is.
3 or 4 tiny
It is.
homes on your
Trailer park.
yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of caravan parks, to avoid the trailer park thing, you're not allowed to live there all year round.
Okay.
You're only allowed to live there for maybe 6 months at a time or something like that, just to...
You have to leave for a week. It's like going to China or something. You have to leave every... What is it?
I don't know that rule.
Oh, no, man, just when you travel. Like, you're always having people say, I've got to leave the country for like 3 weeks. And then I can
they
come back.
Silly, isn't it? Oh, well.
I'm always saying China because, like, you've got these Chinese tigers on your jacket there, Sean.
Are they Chinese? It's a Japanese brand back on Japan. But I think this is actually a concept. They're called souvenir jackets, and they're from one of the wars, like they were Vietnam or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a tiger, though.
Singapore or something. Definitely tigers. 2 tigers. On the back, it's got some great... I'll show you. This isn't very good, but you can read it out for the
We
listeners.
could have Eye of the Tiger playing right
See what
now.
it says here?
Nope.
It says something in...
No, I can't read.
can't read that. It says... Okay, turn it to me a bit and I'll read that.
It's all in.
I would say it says, when some, lose some.
Yeah.
To win some, lose some.
I can't make out that.
Anyways.
I've never been able to make out like graffiti writing or like extreme cursive.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphs.
What did we learn?
Hieroglyphs are easy. You know, there's a
What did we
dude
learn
pointing
cursive?
that way.
Do you write cursive? Or
Yeah,
do
how
you
was that?
print?
All the time
yeah.
spent moulding our young brains to connect letters together. And now nobody even uses a pen.
Oh, that's it. I remember when they scrapped it. Like, they were teaching us cursive up until like grade 3 or something, and then they just said, "Right, we're not doing that anymore. It's all block letters."
Yeah, right.
Like, oh man, my hands are
letters?
there. Oh, like not
Printing.
not joined.
It's just print, isn't it?
I don't know.
How is
Yeah,
it though? There was just
What-
there wasn't enough time in the world for kids or people that are writing to take their pen off the page. It was just the pressure.
Yeah.
All the
don't
letters
stop
had to
it.
be
Do
connected.
not leave.
Quicker.
Efficiency.
Do not lift the pen until the word is completed.
Excellent.
But essentially, it shaped the letters
Do we know today?
that we know today. Cursive.
Right.
Did it?
Because if you remember learning to write, and you first learn the letters, and they have the little ticks and that, and you think,
Yeah,
this
okay.
is stupid.
Why the ticks?
And then you learn cursive, and then you learn the ticks connect, and
Ticks
you're like,
join.
oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah,
This is
it's
madness.
genius.
It's rife for interpretation though. Cursive. Some of the
It is.
it just if you're not on point with your calligraphy, you know,
Yeah.
you can't
Like
read that
doctors-
shit. You can't
like
read
doctors'
it. I can't read.
prescriptions.
Yeah, can't read that. That's all joined.
Yeah, can't read any of that stuff. But at least prescriptions are the things, that you wouldn't want to get them wrong because they can be quite crucial. Medications.
Yeah,
Can
definitely.
be quite
Okay, here,
effective.
see if Jeremy can read my cursive. Out loud.
I am a fuckwit.
Correct.
I'll tell you what's not that potent.
Your erections.
On and off. On and off. No, like in regards to prescriptions and whatnot, that some of them, you wouldn't want to get that wrong.
Yeah.
Viagra, man. Take 2.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy. Done.
Viagra and a bottle of wine. But I was wondering about things like essential oils.
Yeah.
Why do they
Okay.
call them essential oils?
They,
Well,
let me just think about that for a second.
Is it because they're essential?
Well, what I was thinking is that they're not all that essential.
You're being sold a story.
Yeah, it's like snake oils.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Fish
another way,
oil.
essential oils.
There'll be
Yeah,
some
when we didn't-
pissed off people right now listening to this.
Well, there.
Well, if there's anyone listening. I'm sure there's
I
someone.
was saying, is there people
I'm
listening?
sure that someone loves rubbing sandalwood on their throat when they get the old
Horny.
when they get sick. It just does it for me.
Well, while we're pissing off listeners like that, I read an article last week that suggested that new research confirms that there is a negative relationship between religiosity and intelligence.
Okay.
What's religiosity?
Well,
No, I can
be religious.
right,
I get
yeah,
the gist of it.
It says here, this is a quote from author Myron Zuckerman.
Oh, yeah,
Religiosity
yeah,
is
yeah,
a
you know,
pervasive
yeah.
phenomenon. Its influence can be felt in all spheres of life. However, a sizable portion of the population defines itself as atheist. Why do some people decide not to be religious? I thought was an important and fascinating question.
Or is that on the article or you?
I'm also reading this for the first time.
I am 100% a human person, man.
Anyways, it goes on to say that there's a reliable negative relation between intelligence and religiosity.
I'll say.
Yeah. It's an
Yeah, well, that's
understatement.
fucking
So,
too deep for this.
well,
Is it?
That's not-
It's
no,
not
no,
too
just
deep.
not really.
It's not too deep.
Yeah, well, if you hard and fast, if you're steadfast about religion, the Bible, the timelines, and all that sort of stuff,
especially the timelines. I hear what you're
especially
saying.
the timelines, it must mean that your brain doesn't work right.
Yeah.
Or
So,
the same as the
For
atheist.
intelligence, like I think you haven't. If you're so religious, means you haven't thought about science or anything.
I think
It
this doesn't just go to religiosity. I think it's any form of extremism, whether you're extreme left, right, anywhere. on
Where
the ex-
are
In
you?
between.
Where am I?
Because you're wearing a commie jacket right now.
Yeah, no, I can't. What can I say? But I'm wearing a Nike hoodie underneath, which is quite.
The best of
it's-
both worlds. It's
it's
east,
come say, come
east
sa.
and west. You
Yeah.
know?
East
Cosy
meets
cosy,
west.
molto bene.
That's right.
Wait, do you see? Are you more Western, or you consider yourself and Tim more Asian? Because we do live in the Asian Pacific Rim, as it was. So, do you consider us as Asians?
Us?
Mm-hmm. Paul Keating was all about that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
we live basically in Asia.
An Asian continent.
Yeah.
And that's probably more likely to, become more evident as time goes by, I'd say.
I'd say so.
Because of geographical location.
Yeah, and all the cool shit they're making as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everybody's making cool shit.
Mm.
I
You're
don't
funky.
know how it's going to go. Like, obviously, that's that. I think that'll probably increase. I'd like to think that I'm getting more Asian. I definitely eat a lot more Asian, and I am pretty good with a pair of chopsticks, I might say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so am I.
No.
Well,
Asian-
Dan,
have you got chopstick
oh,
skills?
I've got quite the style.
I just need more language. I'm sure. Sure, Dan's got it.
Give it a go.
down pat.
Do you know any?
Hey, no.
I think I'm holding out. It seems very difficult.
Oh, the language.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the chip.
Oh, the chip, the
enhancement.
download.
Yeah, the enhancement I can get in just to know every
In your throat.
language.
You just open your mouth and it's a Chinese woman's voice.
Like this.
And you're right. They do have that sort of technology. Basically, you can do it in real time on your phone these days.
The translator.
Translator. Although, I've heard that it can be quite unreliable. I was dating a German girl, and I used to
Oh, you don't want to fuck up with
do
the
the Google
Germans.
Translate to try and be cute or whatever, and she'd be like, "You got that off Google."
Or slap you in the
didn't
face.
you?" Yeah.
How dare you? And keep running in the other direction.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go gospel on the Google Translate, but we're nearly there.
I hope so. Can we get some scientists to figure that out? I think that was a segment I wanted to do, or like a new.
Yeah.
Well, talking
I
about
can workshop
scientists-
it. Can't we do something about this, scientists?
Is that the segment?
Yes.
Did we just do it?
Yeah, just then.
Okay.
We need the translator. Gosh darn
Yeah,
it.
can't we do something about these scientists?
I think they're on that.
Yeah, let's grow some teeth so we can just...
More teeth.
Yeah, so I just
How
want
many?
a stem cell injection into my gums there, and it grows a new tooth. Pushes the old one out. It's got a rot.
Yep.
Right.
And can't we get onto that, scientists?
Put dentists out of business.
Sure will.
They wouldn't like that.
They wouldn't like that.
They'll have to be doing the injections.
No, but people would inject them into the wrong spots, and then they get to put braces on them. So it sort of works out. It's probably going to work out better for dentists.
I guess so.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like on your elbow?
Well, there's people at home injecting teeth serum and stem cells into their gums, slightly missing the center point. The tooth grows crooked. You say?
It goes off to the side.
Yeah, I did it wrong.
There could be complications.
I think Sean, you might have a bit of a coal mentality where all the new technologies are going to take away jobs, but I think with new technology brings jobs to the dentistry industry.
Robot dentists.
Well, you've got your maintenance, you've got your cleaning, you've got your total refurb.
Right.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was reading an article a couple of days ago, which was back on the old AI tip.
I didn't mean to take a swing at you though.
No, not at all. Not at all. I hear what you're saying, but I read an article which is pretty relative that apparently this lady, Dr. Suzanne Gildert, she's a Singularity U faculty member and co-founder of Sanctuary AI, a leading AI company, which their main
Probably part of the problem.
Satan.
is
Future
to create
problem.
synths. Their main ambition is to create ultra-human-like AI robots, basically to replace humans. And
Replace humans.
her hypothesis is that automation is set to replace every job under the sun eventually.
So what?
Yeah.
Thus freeing the human guys? Isn't that slavery? And then they're so smart that they've got rights.
Isn't this every movie?
Yeah.
No,
then
but
the
it
asteroid's
is.
going to hit us, and Bruce Willis has
think
to
it-
go up.
I think it might happen at the same time as the rise of the robots.
Robots.
So shall we become cyborg, and we essentially, it's not going to be. We'll converge.
Transhumanism. We've talked about transhumanism before. Plenty of people, especially rich people, are all about it. They're hoping to still be alive when the technology hits the place. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Look, Elon Musk is saying we're already cyborgs. We carry around that piece of technology called your iPhone with us the whole time. We've got access to the weather. We've got access to all these apps, these things that can, check our heart rate and whatnot. And we're basically kind of cyborgs. Just we carry it around rather than have it installed.
I'd say that. I say we're not technically cyborgs, but I can understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And like when you are cyborg, you won't have to pick up what I'm putting down.
You'll just get
your
it.
attachment will just do it.
I'll receive it as an attachment.
That reminds me of a list you're about to read out.
What, you want me to read out a list? I can do that if you like.
We're always going back and forth. Is a list good? Is it bad? Dan thinks my list sucks.
Well,
he brings in a list. His list sucked. What was Dan's last week? It was Aussie things that Americans don't understand about Australians.
Oh yeah.
You got your fairy bread. You got your.
Let's not do it again.
Yeah, let's not.
So
let's get to a new list.
Sure, we can get to a new list. This list is called Now You Know.
Now we know.
A list of facts.
Just straight up, general knowledge facts.
Yep. Now you know.
Now we know.
I always worry if I go onto a trivia show and they say, "What's your specialty? A specialty subject?"
I'm going to say facts.
Facts, yeah, like bullshit.
Okay.
I filled my whole brain with it, Tim.
Well, here's
Sean?
one. In Switzerland, it's illegal
Love
to
that.
own just one guinea pig.
Okay, guiney pigs. Yes, we've been talking
So we're
about guinea
talking about
pigs
that with
lately.
Simo.
Yeah, and there's been a bit of a upsetting update on the GPs.
Oh, I think it's a conclusion. Simo would probably want to tell the story, but nevertheless, he has been contacted by Ingrid,
good.
the store owner, and she's given him an ultimatum. She won't press charges, which is good. but he has to donate $500 to the Animal Rescue Fund, New South Wales Fires.
Well, I think that's better than a day
Instead
in court.
instead of going to court. So
He'll ante up.
yeah, he's going to do that. So there's the update. He's he's back on top.
One of his guinea pigs is about to die.
Go on. Keep them together.
Another fact.
I think it's Galaxy.
The 29th of May is officially Put Your Pillow in the Fridge Day.
Okay.
What date is that, sorry?
29th of May.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to make a very cold pillow for that night. It's in the middle of winter.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
That must be a Northern Hemisphere thing.
Put the pillow in the refrigerator day. So is it something like the ice bucket challenge, where it's to represent the disease that you got to?
No, people sleeping, homeless people sleep out in the cold.
Is that what it is?
So
Thank you.
No, it isn't.
Oh, right.
No.
No,
So, but
it's
why-
just a
why?
it's a tradition that people do to protect their house.
Okay, so when was the refrigerator?
It's honestly that's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yep, it's like a little ceremony thing that you do. You
Put your
chuck it.
pillow in the fridge.
Yeah, and they've made a national day of it.
Is
the
it with
29th of May.
Switzerland?
Not in Switzerland.
Where are we?
We are in the studio. No,
No.
it doesn't say.
Okay, so let's just say that refrigeration, mass-produced refrigerators, maybe 1950s, maybe 1960s. So this tradition of putting the pillow
Yep.
it is
fridge.
40, 50, 60. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
that old.
Yeah, like Christmas.
Well, yeah, that's another tradition I don't.
Can't be that old. Unless before that you sort of just wrapped it in a wet Hessian sack.
And then upgraded. I see
or
what
put it
you're
in a
saying.
box underneath a big block of ice.
Yeah. Put it in the cellar
Isn't that what they did?
under
Yeah.
dead rats.
Oh, the ice guys thought it was never going to end. That
This is-
bubble burst
You
so
just put
hard.
it in and it melts. It's amazing. You just go and then you refill it up again. This is it, boys.
We're the only
Found
ones
it.
with any boats to go get it.
I've worked it out.
Monopoly. Yeah, but hey, talking of funny days, there's a lot of funny days. I've just pulled up a list here, and it goes on and on. On and on.
Good.
3rd of January, Festival of Sleep Day. 5th of January is Bird Day. 6th of January is Bean Day. 8th of January is Earth's Rotation Day. 9th of January
come
is
on.
Can't stop.
Static
Wait, wait, wait,
electricity.
That's every day. Surely.
No, that's a year.
Sure.
Right, so what? Oh, 11th of January, Learn Your Name in Morse Code Day.
Can you go to 29th of May and see if it matches up to put the pillow in the fridge day?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
I can do that.
Let's see
Excellent.
if the internet
Check
really
it out.
29th
checks
of
out.
May, Wednesday, put a pillow on your fridge day. No, it's not in, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Put a pillow on your fridge day. Unless this
See,
is...
my copy and paste had in.
Well, it makes more sense in, but this says on. I know it actually
They-
quite close
whoever
together.
I got it off spiced it up. They changed the letter. It completely changes the connotation of the joke there.
It does,
Who
it
gets
does.
to designate the day, or you take a day that's left over?
See,
So,
that's
like a podcast
there's a
name,
lot
you
of
get to
days
get
that
the one
double
that's
up.
left.
There must be a commission, a committee or something.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Like a condominium or something.
A condom
2nd
on
of
people.
June, leave the office early day. 3rd of June, Monday, repeat day. 3rd of June, Monday, repeat day. 3rd of June, Monday, repeat day. Tuesday's corn on the cob day.
Can we go to 17th of July?
No, Tuesday's Timmy Taco Day. We have Timmy Tacos.
17th of July, Wednesday, Yellow Pig Day.
Oh, that's
yeah.
my birthday. And what about the 15th of July, which is Cassie's? So be very
Cassie's
careful,
birthday.
because she's
That's,
just outside that door, and she will be listening to this episode.
Well, what does Cassie
Wife
get
of the Year
on
Day.
all her birthdays? It's 15th of July is a gummy worm day.
Yeah,
Gummy
she doesn't
worm day.
eat sugar like that.
No,
It's disgusting. Those things are too sour, I say.
too sweet.
Oh, there's all sorts, though. There's all sorts. There's some pretty standard ones. 13th of August is Left-Handers Day.
Speaking of all sorts, I single-handedly ate a packet of licorice all sorts by myself.
Out of the bin.
$1. It was like $1.
Oh, that's sick,
licorice.
Licorice all sorts.
Of all
Did
things
you
you can
buy
eat a
them?
whole
I ate the whole fucking
Well,
pack.
where did you get to the point
Cassie
of picking
found
it?
it at some shop or something. It was $1, and then I opened it, and I could not stop
Stop eating licorice all sorts.
all of them.
Licorice all sorts. Can I
the
just ask a
sandwich-
quick question before you
Sure.
read too many
Hey,
dates?
I'm going to finish on this because we can go through these all year basically, but let's finish it on the 23rd of August. It'll be a Friday. It's Ride Like the Wind Day. Don't forget.
Rock and roll.
Don't forget.
What is the all sort in licorice all sorts? Because we know it's got licorice, right? So that's layer one. It's a pink layer and a white layer, right?
Well, this is the all sorts. It's varied sandwiches of licorice. So sometimes you get orange, licorice, and then white. Sometimes it's purple, licorice, yellow. Sometimes, and you can imagine what I'll say next. Some variation of 3 colours.
Yeah.
One of them's black.
It's a very finite
One of them's
description of
white.
all sorts.
And one of them seems to be white.
But then you get these weird ones where it's just, it's almost like, the texture of a raspberry. You know the raspberries that you eat?
Okay.
Oh,
Not real raspberries, fake raspberry
Yeah.
lolly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not that
it's
one.
covered in hundreds and thousands, because we've been talking about that lately.
Yep.
But just licorice. So licorice instead of the raspberries covered in hundreds of thousands.
Right.
That's an all sort, Tim.
That's a licorice all sort.
That is an all sort. And it gives you chronic. Chronic.
Well, you're not supposed to eat an entire
Diarrhea.
bag of it. That's why they have to sell them for $1 because people just aren't buying them. I've got a little throwback here to it's not toothpaste sauce, but tomato sauce.
Oh, nice.
Was sold in the 1800s as a medicine.
Mm.
So they were fucking giving it a go. You know, like
Talking
what have
about
we
snake
what have we
boils.
made here? It's like the predates the technology when you watch old TV shows and they're trying to predict the future and they call it something else. You go, well, you got that wrong. Yeah, that's not right. I think that's what they did with sauce. They thought it was going to be a new special tonic medicine.
Is that where the
sauce.
old saying "on the sauce" came from?
on the sauce?
He's been on the sauce.
That's special sauce. I was
Yeah,
thinking
I don't know.
Have you ever heard the saying "on the sauce"?
I was
Look that
thinking
one up,
like
yeah.
it's toothpaste, right? Toothpaste flavored
Sauce.
sauce to
No.
get the kids to use it. Because I know that there's toothpaste flavored, like bacon flavored toothpaste, I should say. So
there?
why can't?
So why can't they be tomato sauce flavored
Yeah,
toothpaste?
because kids always
Oh, there
want
is that.
tomato
We
sauce
talked
on
about that.
everything.
Yeah, they do.
They
I'm having
released
flash-
like peanut butter flavored toothpaste or something.
Having
You
flashbacks.
can't have that. You can't have that.
Having podcast flashbacks.
Yeah.
A donkey will sink in quicksand, but a mule won't. Now, similar to the what's the difference between a guinea pig and a hamster? What's the difference between a horse and a mule?
A donkey and a mule.
A donkey and a mule. my
A
mistake.
mule is, I think the donkey's the pure breed, and a mule is a cross between a donkey and a horse.
Ah,
I think-
a pony.
I don't know. I don't know.
Isn't that what a pony is?
I may have just fucking made that up.
Yeah, well, what's
but
a
it sounds
pony?
ba-
Isn't a pony the size of a glass at the bar? Didn't we
it's
work
like
that out? previously?
215 mil.
So a pony's 250 mil. Can you look that up, Sean? Some fact. What's the difference between a pony, a horse, a donkey, and a mule, and an ass?
I think.
Well, what's an ass then?
I'm
Or is that
pretty-
just a donkey?
what do you got there?
Nah, mule is a jackass.
A mule is
and,
a
what's
jackass.
and what's a mule?
Well, donkeys are a different species than a horse, but in the same family. And they were originally bred in Egypt or Mesopotamia around 5,000 years ago. Mules, on the other hand, are a cross between a female horse and a male donkey, or a jack, hence the word jackass.
Ah.
Slightly different.
So a
said,
donkey mated with a horse. That's hot.
It's a long time ago. You said Mesopotamia,
Mm.
which is like a long. I've been watching. I've been feasting on YouTube clips on. Speaking of lists, 25 amazing things found in the ocean this year.
Yep.
16 things scientists can't explain. That you know,
You work it out, scientist.
all these are really.
Yeah.
Can't even figure
But
it
there's
out.
shows and things that they can't work out.
It's just the old times, the Mesopotamias, and you know,
Now we know.
that'll do. Really hardcore technology, like just to build the blocks, man, the big blocks.
The big blocks.
How
there's-
did they cut them?
So many big blocks.
Yeah. How did they even cut those giant statues out? Even that's a feat.
Fucking massive.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Toil.
And they never find any tools. Like it's never like they open up a tomb and it's full of old mate's fucking work tools.
On your ass, clever clogs.
But you would know this from being in the construction industry. Once you've finished building something, what do?
You take your tools
You
home.
clean all your shit up.
Yeah.
And you take your tools out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's pretty standard,
Yeah,
especially...
Back it up, boys. Is that what it is?
Oh, can I just say I got blown off work the other day?
Did you?
You got blown off.
Blown off? Is that a new one? I know we got wetted off.
Yes,
I know we got
too wet.
hotted off.
Too hot.
What's blown off?
Too windy.
High winds.
Ooh.
High winds, the alley max, which is the elevators that
Yeah,
go. Can't operate.
Too dangerous.
Too much
No
updraft,
cranes, can't lift.
updraft, and
Can't
draft.
lift, can't crane. Oh, and site meeting, crane operator fell 6 meters down that cage. Where
Oh, he
you
fell
know,
the
he's
ladder.
climbing up
Yeah.
the ladder. There's
How?
like it was 6 feet, like between two platforms.
Yeah.
And he's done himself mischief and skipped a
Ouch.
rung and had a nasty fall.
A nasty
Damn.
tumble. 6
Yeah.
feet.
It's pretty scary up there.
Oh man, you got to keep your exercise up. You got to be willing, able.
Well, this is what I was saying to the blokes because I couldn't really hear what was going on, and they're relaying the message. And I was like, "Hey, you got to keep up your Pilates and yoga, boys. The knees are the first things to go."
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've got an exercise for you boys. That if you're trying to lose those extra calories, on my fact list, which is the last thing on my fact list. by the way.
Excellent, good. Thank you. Christ.
Banging your head against a wall for 1 hour burns 150 calories. So if you're trying to smash those calories, that's a good way to do it, through the head.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've been burning calories like that my whole fucking life. And I'll tell you what.
Because
look at
I'm
me.
a fucking
Look at
head
me.
banger.
The physique. Yeah.
We're a skinny
You got
bunch.
giant scars across your forehead, but yeah. I've been smashing walls all day.
Got a couple. I've got a question.
So we added a list.
That's it.
oh,
yeah,
we
that's
are
it,
in
that's
because
it.
I've got a...
Oh, so
I've
that's
got
now you know. Now
pressing
you know.
question.
Now you know.
Now we know.
Now I know.
Well done, Tim.
Listen, when you're smelling food and it smells good, are you sniffing the flavour out of the food?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work like Scrooge McDuck when he can smell
when he can
like-
float.
when he can smell money.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like it's,
I
It floats
that the-
along the scent.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Like it's
maybe
releasing it
similar.
anyway. You're
think
not
it's already
depreciating
releasing
the flavour value of your food by
No.
having a good whiff.
No.
No?
And it's also like that other fact. That's not, if I had to bring it back to something, where does colour go when it fades? It
Yeah,
goes
just-
somewhere. Does that go the same place as the food smell?
And my
That's
my
true.
left sock. But I've completely
Where did that go?
I've completely revolutionised my life. I'm sure I've talked about this at some stage, but I just threw away all the socks. I went to the
All the left ones.
just all my socks. I went to the
Oh, here's
hardware
the
store.
other socks.
Went to the hardware store, and they had a 3 for deal. You get 3 woolen these socks that I'm wearing right
Okay.
bloody now.
Oh, yeah.
You can all see that.
Explorer-esque.
Yeah, and Australian wool 3 for 10. I got like 15 packets of it. I tell no lies. And so every time I do a load of washing, for the first time in my life, I've got the same socks. All I do is like pull socks out of. Doesn't matter what hand, what sock. I can just bundle it together, throw it in the sock drawer. I've got a sock drawer full of bundled up socks.
That's amazing.
If you lose a left sock, doesn't matter. If you lose a right one, who cares?
That's amazing. How much do you feel like you got your shit together when you've got a few pairs of socks?
I
rolled
did.
up? It's just amazing.
And I'm
That's
motivated.
amazing.
I'm motivated to roll them up.
And
This is the
it's-
big change.
It's these little differences that we need to make in our lives just to feel that little bit better about ourselves.
Yeah, it's the
Start
little
small.
things. Yeah.
Start small. Get
Do
your socks
do
together.
something today. Clean out your fucking sock drawer.
That's right. That's right. We forget in this day and age that our brains are hardwired to appreciate us accomplishing things. That the whole dopamine reward system was put there or is there because of evolution, and our successful applicants have that get benefit from the reward system.
And that's why these Worlds of Warcraft or SimCity are so popular.
It is exactly why. It's why
Because you accomplished something.
That's why drugs are so
You
popular.
built the building, man. You popped the balloon, dude.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
Here's your reward. A little bit of dopamine.
precisely why video games are popular, and that's why they're so dangerous, because they're hijacking your reward system, and that's how you get your life satisfaction, and then you hit the real world, and you're like, oh,
So
whatever.
you don't think it makes you go out and shoot up a supermarket?
Not
It
necessarily.
doesn't affect you like that, but it does affect you in that you gotta go to another level. Gotta get to another level. Another
Well,
6
just
hours. You could sit
Chasing,
there for
chasing
hours.
the dopamine.
You forget that it's as simple as just rolling up your socks. You know, roll up.
Buying, it's as simple as buying 87 pairs of the same sock.
Okay, do you know how I've revolutionised my life as well this week?
Tell us.
Every time I go to Coles now, I buy another ice tray. $2, $3.
And then, until his entire freezer is taken up.
Ice
I've got
tray.
no room for me snacks. And
There is never enough ice trays in anyone's house, as far as I'm concerned.
as far as alcoholics are
the
concerned,
first thing I did, well,
This
that
is
is
your
true,
role.
yeah. The
I
first
mean-
thing I did when I got here was emptied out your two ice trays into your ice bucket, which is good. You've got an ice bucket.
Jeremy's using my toothbrush. You're also a horrible housemate. It's like, who moved?
And a guest.
Nurse, did you move the fucking ice again? No, I didn't move it. You fucking moved it.
How much ice did you use last night?
Yeah. No, Jeremy was here. He moved the ice trays. He prefers them in the right side of the freezer.
Well, that's it's. I mean, it's a that was loud. That's a tough one. The whole ice thing. I'm useless at refilling the ice tray. So what you're doing is basically it's like buying more dishes.
Look, I'm creating more ice.
Is this a sock metaphor?
Can you use that? Are you creating
All right,
as much
okay,
ice that you can
okay.
make in a night?
Forget about the ice, all right?
Right,
This
sure.
is how else I've revolutionised my life.
This is exactly what I said to my wife after she's arguing about why the ice trays have changed. Forget about the ice.
I did myself a mischief at work, remember, a couple of months back? I did a rib in my back rib. And
Got blown out.
got blown out. And I was trying to take painkillers. And I haven't eaten breakfast in ever.
Yeah.
I don't get up and eat breakfast. But I was required to have something in my stomach before I started taking the painkillers so I could go to work. So I've started the day. This is what I do. I'll go.
It's called breakfast.
It's called, breakfast. Go past 7-Eleven. I've been smashing 2 bananas. They sell bananas at 7-Eleven now. It's
They
$1.
always have, yep.
Well, I never noticed. But you go in there, there's dudes pounding V's and buying donuts and whatnot. I look really weird because I go in there and buy my 2 bananas. But I found out it's eating breakfast. It actually really revolutionizes your life.
You finally worked that out.
You start eating healthy in the morning. You make better choices during the day. You go, well, I've already had 2 bananas. Might as well have some water.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
have another water.
That's
And that's why I sent you that photo of last night's bachelor chow, consisting of fresh salmon, baked potatoes,
and bacon sprinkles
it's
with
good,
a
it's good,
side
it's good.
salad.
Do you find that eating breakfast you get hungrier earlier?
yes,
Like it boosts your
I've
metabolism?
been eating like a champion.
Yep.
I think I might be getting hungry.
You've been pointing the food, you stupid bitch!
Mainly bananas.
But no, bananas are great for breakfast. Awesome for breakfast. I put them in a NutriBullet with some oats and whatever else.
And you have talked about the NutriBullet.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what I do with the bananas, and I've been doing it lately, is that I've been leaving the skin on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. It
And
actually
then not
before-
eating them?
Are you gorilla? gorilla styles, man.
Yeah.
This is
No, well,
breakfast of the wild.
breakfast.
Those banana skins are actually full of goodness.
Yeah.
They're like bananas, but more potent, and they're full of things like
Banana.
like things that boost serotonin, feel good chemicals.
Can we just get a pill form instead of the old eating banana skins?
Well, you don't have to eat it straight
you
up.
been- well,
Put it
you've
in
been-
a NutriBullet. You don't even
You
notice
can't
it. It tastes fine.
can't taste the skin.
No, I actually think it tastes better.
Wow.
Yeah,
That could be a taste sensation.
when it's mixed with a bunch of other stuff, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Sugar, honey, sugar.
Sugar. Like I use berries for sugar,
Yeah.
and a milk replacement,
It's a good way.
almond milk, whatever, oat milk.
I don't know, because Tim and I have talked often about we just don't eat, and then at the end of the day, you just eat. But this eating in the morning thing,
It's a revelation.
Nah, it's good, but now I need to
It
eat the
gets
whole
it-
time.
oh,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah, it
saying.
gets you
Now I need
going.
to eat the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's like let's say it's like the lip balm that you put on your lips to protect your cracked lips,
yeah.
but then your lips start
Once
getting
you use it,
addicted.
you're stuffed.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
addicted.
You got to wean off it
Yep.
like that day.
Lip heroin.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. It is. Do they have like a lip balm morphine? Like
I don't know. It sounds good. Didn't they have
no, what I mean is
chewable
like
Flintstones chewable morphine?
a lip balm that's less lip balm, so you can wean off.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so you go from one to the other.
Yeah.
That's the methadone of lip balms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, morphine. I said morphine. I
Okay,
said
that's
methadone.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it all works.
We
for
got
me.
there in the end. It all checks out. Don't worry.
I love it. So, what have you got?
We've got a couple
what is
of.
that
I
over
think
there?
we've got a couple of games to
Have
hit,
you really?
to drop on us as we get down to the squeaky end of the session. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do what's in the bag?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
do
excellent.
what's in the bag.
What's
Alright,
in,
so
What is in the bag? Well,
do I need to come up with some kind
What's
of
in the bag?
What's in the bag?
so basically,
What's in the bag?
this game is we have a bag and there's something in it, and the job is for while you're at home.
Wait a minute. Can you
Oh, is it
explain it
good?
again? You lost me.
we're
What is it?
Haven't
It's
we
a-
done this
it's a
before?
bag?
We're
It's
gonna
a bag.
What's in it?
There's something in the bag.
Oh, something.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's something in the bag.
and we're going to remote view what's in the bag.
You got a remote view what's in the
Okay,
bag. You've got to
cool.
try and pick what it is, and while you're listening at home, try and do the same thing. Try and imagine what's in the bag because it's about the same. It's about the
Okay.
same.
Okay.
It looks
Is
like-
that the clue?
It looks like your regular travel bag.
It is.
You just say it's a.
It could be.
it's-
It could be anything.
It's the same. It's
As
the
what?
same. So it's like a bag within a bag.
Could be.
It could
What's
be a
in the
bag.
bag?
What's in
It's
the
just
bag?
another
It's a
bag.
That could be.
Okay.
That's a pretty shit answer though. Let's
Yeah,
get
it's
this
pretty
one.
bad. It's better. It's like your answer before 0. That helped.
What's in the bag?
What is in the bag?
Do you know what I really, my heart's desire?
What?
Toblerone.
Chocolate.
Well, that's
a chocolate
likely.
gift.
It's either that or Red Rooster, which brings me to something as well. I've got another Red Rooster related
Oh,
story.
it looks. He
Please.
looks
And I talk about I've talked it up
A lot.
I've talked it up.
you don't sound happy about this Red Rooster story though.
Oh, I'm not. It's not that I'm unhappy, but I was just driving past a Red Rooster
Past.
in an Uber on the way here, and
That's a good one.
kind of just I was looking at it like with that kind of melancholy kind of
Puppy dog eyes.
puppy dog eyes as I drive past, not stopping. Because there's not many around in the CBD area.
Oh, that's it.
So if you don't put in that cash, there's going to be
Yeah, that's true. That's
fewer.
true.
Fewer.
But guess what?
Fewer
So
Red
I saw an
Roosters.
item menu, and I know that this is sort of advertisement, but I didn't really like the sound of it.
Okay.
Right.
Chicken waffles, chicken waffle cones.
Chicken
Chicken waffles
waffle
are all right.
cones.
Okay, that's a kind of American thing. Mix your chicken with your sweet, but chicken waffle cones. So you're essentially buying a sugar cone ice cream full of chicken and sauce.
No. I don't know if I like that.
No. Cold.
I don't
It's
think
the
cold chicken.
it's the big cats upstairs who've gone. Well, if someone's coming to them and gone, I've got a great idea. It's waffles in a cone, and we serve it at Red Rooster. They're like, it's got to have chicken in it, otherwise it doesn't qualify. But no, it's like a dessert thing that goes with the thing. Has it got chicken in it? No, well it doesn't. But
yeah.
well, you
So
put some
it's
chicken in there, we'll have a discussion about
Yeah.
that.
So I must have missed something. So it's like a waffle cone
Yeah.
ice cream.
Imagine
cone.
an ice cream cone.
Chicken.
And then they
Flavoured.
fill it with like the chicken giblets or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got fried chicken in there and
Fried chicken.
yeah, fried chicken
If you're already there,
topped with maple sauce, maple syrup.
dude. I mean, if you're there, you might as well go get the cone. Go get the cone. Just do it. You're already killing yourself. You're already...
Yeah, okay. I think you're killing yourself less with Red Rooster, personally,
I'd like to think so.
comparatively.
Yep.
But the waffle cone, maybe
Yeah,
that puts
it's
them.
ramping
Maybe
it
that
up.
puts them in the game of like,
Oh, definitely.
look, we're
does.
fast. They're desperate to seem like fast food. You see,
Yeah.
because they're more viewed like a family restaurant.
But a lot like how
Yep.
I was, I asked you guys in the kitchen before, is this the most awkward position to stand in? Hand in pocket,
Hand up,
And
fist
hand
up
on.
ass.
left hand in pocket,
One hand.
pants pocket,
Yeah.
right hand on hip.
You look like a little teacup. You did ask that question.
What did that have to do with Red Rooster? Jesus Christ.
Something about trying to fit in. It's awkward to fit in.
It is awkward to
isn't
fit
it,
in.
Jeremy?
Sometimes you got to just make a chicken waffle.
I don't know.
I
That's
don't
what it
know. I don't
takes.
know how they
There was
get
a
to
link
that,
there. Shit.
though. Acceptable, Jeremy.
Yeah,
acceptable.
Damn
Chicken.
those chicken
But
boys.
you got to do things, but Red Rooster, they try to improve. Like everybody tries to improve. Society tries to improve. I find it does. I think statistically, even though it seems like the world is getting much more dense and horrible, I think it's actually getting safer and nicer. And in other ways, it's getting more livable. And one way that I've noticed it's more livable is that it's far less likely to step in dog shit these days than it was, say, in the 90s.
Oh yeah, you
I got
step in dog shit.
I got dog shit on my hands today.
Really? Well, you should go around picking it up.
Quick thin shits, or thits, that originate from deep within the stomach. Oh, they make you
I
run.
sure do.
I was reeling up the old hose there, and
Oh, I went through the shit.
yeah, 'cause it's-
And you're running your
I'm running my
hand down the hose.
hand through the
That makes
hose.
more sense than.
yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. How,
Well, I
how it
I
happened.
could have been walking the dogs, and I went to pick up one of their shits, and I got a shit on my
shit.
hand.
Okay, yeah.
that could easily happen.
Or your
So
dog
you're-
could have been in a fight with a pit bull, and apparently the only way to disengage the lockjaw is to stick your fingers up
right
its
up
bum.
its ass.
That'll get him.
That does do them.
And how else can you get dog shit on your hands, Tim?
I don't know. Pick it up.
And listeners, if you know how to get dog shit on your hands, please
call in.
Right in.
Well, it was just an observation. I just remember that back in the day, I lived in almost a constant fear of stepping in dog shit. It was that much of a frequent occurrence that.
It
You
could
know, and if
happen.
you got a new pair of shoes, then
You Jord-
guaranteed
yeah.
that
Oh,
weekend
yeah.
you were stepping in dog shit.
Your Air Jordans.
Yeah, they were dog shitting, and you'd be scraping out the lines of a between with a stick. It does happen.
Can I ask, is it a brand new pair of Jordans in the bag, the mystery bag?
Ah, this is where we're at. Yeah, right. Shit.
But yeah.
Okay, so that's
no,
not.
continue on.
It's not Red Rooster.
It's not Red Rooster.
Continue on. Yeah,
But while we'll get back to what's in the bag, because what's in the bag, it's not Schrodinger's bag. It's not going to change
All right.
because it's already been observed. I know what's in there.
the cat's already dead in there. We know that.
Bing! It's a dead cat. Okay. But no, on the subject of shit, and we do go there a bit, I saw this article which was sort of manure-based, so obviously I had to
Sure.
save the link.
From time to time, we talk about shit. Yeah.
Quick thin shits, or thits, that originate from deep within the stomach.
Well, this isn't
They make
so-
you run.
It's not so interesting or entertaining, but what it does do is it combines the Jumping the Turnstile's love of futurism, technology, and turd.
Good.
And
And
poo
I just saw this article about cow power. Toyota's new car can run on hydrogen from Irish manure. A Japanese car plant says you could power its new Mirai for a year from the manure of one cow.
But it
So
has to be
one
I-
cow.
has
So
to be
manure or the
Irish.
methane that comes from the manure? Like, is it?
I think we're missing the point. It has to be an Irish cow.
Oh, does it?
Isn't that what you said?
Well, it does
It does say
say
that?
that from
Okay.
Irish manure. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Maybe that's the greener pastures. You know.
Oh, it's definitely wetter over there.
Yeah. So they're better. They're better fed.
It's definitely wetter. They get wetted off the
It's-
job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
like
it's moist.
15%
It's very
of the-
moist, nutrient-rich manure.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Maybe they'd have a big bovine market there, lots of dairy or something. I'm not too sure, but
Don't know. Never been.
yeah,
No, actually, I have
So
been there.
is it running off the actual manure itself or the fumes?
oh
of
no, they
methane?
use the manure to produce hydrogen for the fuel cells. So it's not, you can't just get a cow to defecate in your tank and you're on your way.
Okay.
There's a little
So you
process
don't.
in
You don't
between.
want to like human centipede your cows.
No, you don't.
It's straight into the straight into the power source.
Yeah,
Like, you
but
just-
by the time it comes out of the end cow, it's really powerful.
very powerful stuff. It's a nuclear reactor.
What about over the globe in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Shit all over the globe.
Well, quite literally.
Oh, no.
The president over there has announced a campaign to end defecation in public yesterday.
Oh,
We've done it, guys.
we did it.
No more defecating in public, please. In a country where tens of millions of people going to the toilet outside poses a major health risk.
Why?
The decree set up a new body called Clean Nigeria Campaign.
Here we are talking
Trying to
about-
pronounce
Secretariat.
names.
Secretariat.
It's
To
irrelevant.
ensure that all public places have accessible toilets within their premises.
I think that's a great thing to instill. I think there should be more public toilets
Well,
everywhere.
it's the
It's quite an
Nigeria
initiative.
has among the highest number of people who practice open defecation in the world, estimated at more than 46 million people shitting on the street.
Yeah, I thought India
I
had
guess
a,
it is a
had a big,
practice.
big crack
Yeah,
down.
practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
But like, okay,
Yeah.
46 million. Let's just do the math.
Are you fucking?
10 million of those have diarrhea.
Yeah, I guess that's a big problem. It's a big problem over there.
Did you say 10 million out of 46 million have diarrhea?
Well, think about it. We're eating.
I am thinking
we're
about
eating. No, if you're
Logically,
stop thinking about
there's
it.
no way a quarter of the population has diarrhea.
Well, 46 out of 46 million of them, what? 10 million, 10,000, a million have diarrhea.
have had diarrhea.
Oh, 46 million
I'd
have had
say
diarrhea.
A million could have like the runs.
Okay, so that's
How many are on the squirt today?
4 million.
Quick thin shits, or thits, that originate from deep within the stomach. Oh, they make you run.
So we're talking. We've got onto the subject of poo from stepping in dog poo,
Somehow, yep.
and that's less likely around our towns these days. I think since like it's become a cultural faux pas to let your dog poo and not pick it up.
Well, apparently not in Clayton
Yeah,
because there's too many poos.
Are you
many
picking up
poos.
extra?
I don't pick up other people's poos. I pick
Yeah.
up my poo.
Your
Not
puppy
my
poo.
poos. I poo in the toilet.
Yeah.
My puppy's poos.
So it's bad
Puppy's
enough picking
poos.
up other people's.
You pick up puppies' poos in public.
Where do you stop? Where do you stop? You start.
You stop
start-
taking your dog out and letting it shit on the street, so
Yeah,
you don't
but
have
if
to
you're
pick it up.
fully into it, you got to what?
Are you
go
into
around.
it?
I'm not into going around picking up other.
Other
shit.
puppies' poos.
No.
public.
Question: have you ever stepped in a human poo?
Not to my recollection. I did go up to a school once when it was during the holidays, and on top of a 3-stair thing in front of a little double doorway was the fucking biggest turd I've ever seen in my life. It was 27 Curricks, at least.
Yeah,
But
young
it was
kids need to
it was massive. It had to be human.
That was not a child's poo.
poo. Oh,
but it was
It must be.
it was complete. It was solid. It was together. It wasn't a dog. It was
Plenty of-
placed.
Plenty of potassium in the morning from bananas.
that's right.
Gets things going.
That's
What are
right.
you going to do? You're on your jog.
Well, I would have taken a photo if it was available to me at the time. But
What are you going to do though? You've gone for the jog.
it's a sighting.
Jeez, have you ever stepped in a human poo?
Sean, I don't know if I have. I have
Why do
been
you
alive
ask?
41 years. I would assume that I have stepped in some human defecation and try to put it out of my memory.
Yeah, that's the first thing you try to do, even when it's still there,
Yeah.
which is problematic because you kind of want it to have not have happened, but it has, and you have to deal with it.
There's one place for poo. It's Werribee Sewage Farm.
That's true. Don't know
Don't
how we got here, but I've done it twice. Did it once?
Would you say deuce?
Yeah,
I've done it. I've done a deuce.
Typical situation. Once, I reckon definitely. Twice, almost certainly. But the first time was at a typical situation. Just trying.
Trying to unblock the toilet.
No, I was walking through bushes out the back of a festival.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And,
that'll do it.
Yeah, it was. That's,
That'll get you there.
I was just full of it. But second time was quite amusing. I remember I had to go to the hospital to get some scans. And I sat down on the chair, and my partner at the time sort of looked at me. She was like, "Have you brushed your teeth?"
Come on.
And I was like,
What?
"Back
off. Fuck off.
I've done half decent dental hygiene, of course."
I'm in the fucking
What are you talking about? Anyways, and I was like, "Actually, I can smell something too."
Yeah. And that's what your breath usually smells like in the morning. Dog shit. No,
shit.
human
Sauce.
shit. Actual human shit.
Exactly.
Wearing
Stop it! You get hit!
What's that? What's that smell? Oh, it reminds me of like
Your
your
breath.
breath.
Yeah, I was a bit offended. So I went to the bathroom.
Well, you're
and,
broken up, so.
I cleaned my shoe, and I'd sort of realised really quickly that there was something wrong about this.
It's beyond.
It was beyond, and I was getting a little bit offended. I was offended, and I was starting to hold it against the would-be perpetrator, or was being perpetrator. and so I lay laboriously, and I was sweating with this sort of anxiety, as you would in a public place, scraping this what you now has realised is human defecation
Not
off the
dog.
bottom of some fresh
Yeah.
Nike Air Max, nonetheless. And then I got through it, and I sort of had this wave of relief, like, oh, thank you, God, that is done. And I looked down, and I thought I'd just quickly check my other shoe. Covered.
Oh.
It's a double deuce.
It
was a double deuce.
Shoes deuce.
Yeah,
Shoes
like,
deuce.
literally, I went back into the waiting room half an hour later after dealing with that conundrum.
And they still hadn't called his name.
No, they still
10
hadn't.
hours later,
They still hadn't. Lucky I had something
hadn't
to
called
do.
his name.
But it was something to laugh about.
And then they gave him some Tylenol
Yeah.
and
Some-
a
Sent him
rag.
home, patted him on the back. Ow!
Oh, yeah. It was embarrassing, though. It's always embarrassing.
Where
stepping
did that
in poo.
shit come from? You didn't really explain that.
Did
Well,
you
You
here's
said
the-
it
here's
was
the
on your
problem.
shoes. It
Here's
had
the
to be
problem.
human.
did you brush your
Off
teeth?
the side streets of Chapel Street are filthy. Like, the things that must just find the path of least resistance off that main drag and just find the first darkened spot and just unleash whatever bodily fluids they have to unleash.
Unleash the beast.
I think that's what they do.
It's the pub and club to footpath ratio. Like
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
there's 6 meters of pathway. There's 12 paths.
That's right. And there's not many bathrooms. You know, a lot of these places.
No.
They don't let you in
who
unless
is
you're
it,
a,
the Congo. Who was in the story?
10 million. of them.
Making more toilets.
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Look, I mean, Chapel Street. You wouldn't even have to look further than Chapel Street to say we need some more public facilities.
Yeah.
I found a public facility. I left a venue
It's called an alleyway.
later in the evening after a friend's birthday, and I found one of the public
How old are
facilities.
they?
It was the 30th. It was a good party. Great shout-outs, Carmel.
30th
It
is
was
a
a
good,
lovely
yeah.
party. Trash theme. Everyone was particularly
Trashed.
trashy and trashed. But walking back up the main drag, I felt like I needed to relieve myself of urine. And there was one of them, it was like an oasis, a flashing public facility where they had the lights
the
and the
space
electric
ones,
doors
yeah.
and they played the music. I approached it, pressed the button, wasn't opening. Things closed.
Oh,
It has
closed
closing
for the
hours.
night.
For the night.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
No. It's not on wages.
No.
It's not.
It's not on overtime.
Closed, you pisshead.
That's right. Those things are, you can't stay in them all night. It's not like a
it's-
homeless person can sleep in
It's
it.
an in and
They
out.
do a wash every
Yeah, you got to get.
hour and
Yeah,
45
they
cycles.
flush themselves out. This is like it's a war against the people. You know, the poor homeless people. There's so many homeless people in that area, and that's the only public facility, and it locks out. All the facilities lock out. You know, I know
I
it's
don't understand. That's not how. Like, let's just say they're closing it down so the drug use doesn't happen in there. But people use drugs all day.
Everywhere.
That's right.
So, like, why would you shut it down? An automated service at 3 a.m. I don't.
And the sort of
understand.
drug use that
doesn't
they're
make
trying
make
to
any sense.
stop.
Bloody outrage.
That's going to get done anywhere. You know, if that's those sort of drug users find that location and they've got their heart set on that, just like me busting for a piss, when that thing didn't work, I went behind it. Anyways,
Oh, what's in the bag?
what's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Yeah. So I
There
thought it
it
was
is.
another bag.
There he is.
What did you think it was, Tim?
Judging from the story, for a while there, I thought it was going to be dog shit, and then I thought it was going to be like a public toilet of some description.
A token for a public toilet.
Yep.
Well, hey, I've got two things.
Toblerone.
M&M's.
So
That'll do the
yeah,
trick.
they're
Are they the
excellent.
nut-filled ones?
I'll hit your
Is
the
that
nutty ones.
peanut-flavoured toothpaste?
sweat.
Let's
Excellent.
just be conscious of.
But that's not what I was really.
They're good.
Yep.
What do you got?
What you got?
Oh, look at this.
Look at that. Look at this.
Well done.
I think I've even got a... That's a chop me out.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a winter
Unexpected.
wishes.
Yep, got ourselves a little
So,
$5
wait a minute.
chop
Can I
me
just
out.
go back on that for a second?
Cool.
Did you create a game called What's in the Bag and then reveal a previous game that you've got?
Yeah, you see what I
Chop
did
me
there?
out? I did see that.
Doubled
It's a
up.
little bit of a roller coaster.
It
We
is,
call
yeah.
that the double dipper.
You double dipped.
We did double dip.
So we have a
And,
chop me out, a scratch it card.
It is, yeah, that's the old traditional format of Chop Me Out. We bring in a scratchy, and you, the listeners, can be a part of this. All you've got to do is message in Chop Me Out to all the correct forums, and you can be on and hissing.
And actually, if you're a listener and you're looking for the to be in the Chop Me Out, all you have to do is text us Chop Me Out, even after the fact, even if after you've won. if we find out it's 25 million, say Chop Me Out, and you're in. We
But-
want to hear from you.
But there's 9 billion phone numbers, and you have to figure out which one's mine. So
In the world.
start calling, because you're not getting any of
Start
my
cold
fucking money
calling.
from the chop me out. Go on.
That's not the point of the game, Jezbot. But hey, either way,
Well, the way I think so. Well, traditionally, while Sean and Uff's scratching away, we do another
A little
segment.
back and forth.
It's called small talk or coffee talk.
Oh, coffee talk. Okay,
Yep, anything.
There we go. Have you noticed, Jeremy, that you don't hang up phones anymore?
No. I
You,
guess
you press them off. So what do we call it now? Because you used to hang the phone on the old 1980s wall.
I see what you're saying. Maybe terminate.
Oh, you're going to terminate the call.
Yeah.
Oh, he terminated on me.
people still say, did
Yeah,
you
hang
just
up on
hang
me.
up on me?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
still
Did
say
you
hang up.
terminate
No,
on me?
Press the button. Tim,
What are you talking about? It's 2019.
Yeah.
what are some other musings?
What that I've got here?
Yeah.
Why a school zone's 40 kilometres per hour seems like that's an optimal cruising speed for pedophiles. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely for a van, a drive-by van kidnapping as well.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
in my day, I remember if there was cars driving past our school at 40 k's an hour, there'd be a bulletin about them.
Danger,
on the
danger,
on the
Will
newsletter.
Robinson, danger. Yes.
A blue Commodore VT has been driving past the school at 40 k's an hour. We think they're a pervert.
That shows where you grew up.
Lake Warren.
Yes.
No, there was always things like that.
Are we, any updates on this chop me out yet? Don't blow your load straight away.
All right. Try not to.
Progress report.
I find meditation helps with that. Breathing and tantric processes.
Touching yourself, basically, is what he's getting at. Oh,
What have we got here? What have we got? Let's go through. We've got. So let me explain the format before I tell us that we have.
I scratched the
won
card.
anything.
The card reveals the numbers. The
An
numbers
update.
reveal the
I
prize.
asked
The prize
specifically,
is
he's like, which one do you want? I'm like, just give me something simple. It's for an audio related subject.
Not a full reveal, a half reveal, so that I can hear Tim's musings.
Yes. So we have symbols, and we have to match the symbols. And if we match a symbol, we win the dollar amount. So
have
what I'm
we
gonna do
matched
now-
any symbols?
Give me a second. The first symbol is a Weber.
Oh, okay.
Like a barbecue.
That's Aussie as.
Yep, we have no Webers.
Right.
All right.
We'll get back to you.
You keep scratching away over there.
You don't call it a spaghetti flavoured cake. You call it lasagna.
But it is like a cake, a laid cake.
It is. Layer
For
upon
sure.
layer
Why are
upon
we
layer.
calling it lasagna
Just
cake?
tastes like lasagna. It's cake-like. You're preparing it in
And
the
do you know
same
what?
way.
You're having lasagna probably as regular as you do have cake. It's not an every week or even every month thing, is it? I think I have lasagna maybe once 18 months.
Right, okay. I regularly cook a
do you?
spaghetti cake. Here's a test. Do you need testosterone to test drive a Testarossa?
Yes,
Well, sir.
you do.
you, sir?
I think you do. I think only testosterone laden.
Testers get to test.
Do you see many women
the
driving
Testarosas.
Testarossas?
I don't know. I don't see many of them about, really.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Testarossa.
Yeah.
No.
We know it's a brand of car, right?
Yeah.
How did we go on the chop?
Yeah, because it looks like you've
put it
packed
all
packed it
Back to the way to say we didn't win a thing.
again.
We didn't win. I was kind of looking at it, almost trying to manifest the symbols onto the card, but it didn't happen. They're not there.
Damn it! Did
Yeah,
you?
that's
You've talked up a bit of winnings.
Oh, we've been winning. We've won Powerball twice.
Have you
guess-
really?
$18 and like a tenner, and then we won a Tats Lotto. We got like $22 or something like that. But
so that chopped me out, ruined your perfect run.
Pretty much.
Now you're on the downstroke.
it just seems
It's
when,
also probably ruined us because you've won so much. It's thrown the odds of probability right out the window.
well, look, it seems as long as I don't buy the ticket, do the gambling, place the bet, we win. When my wife Cassie, my lovely wife,
Yeah.
bets, it always comes up trumps.
Right.
Pardon Trump.
Lucky touch.
I'm not a
Lucky
Trump.
touch.
I can't say Trump anymore. I
No,
can't say midgets.
doesn't come up that
can't say
anymore.
Trump.
Yeah.
You see girls doing duck face in selfies, but you never see ducks doing human face, or what you said before, slut face.
You never see ducks doing slut face.
I don't know. At Caulfield Park, some of them ducks down there are quite minxy.
It's been duck related. DuckTales. Dan did a 3-day prep on 4 ducks for Peking duck.
We heard that.
Oh, right.
Everyone's
3 days.
just heard that.
Okay, fine.
Continue on.
There you
Well,
go.
as long as you're going to have your dinner on air,
We're wrapping it up.
I think that might be. We've hit our mark there.
Oh, we have two. Look at that.
Yep.
Today on the show, we're going to make pfeffernuss.
Pfeffernuss. No pfeffernuss this week. Nothing to tell. Nothing to talk about.
Well, you plugged the Turnstyle Digital.
yeah, Turnstile Digital. Just go on there.
It's a reminder.
Just as a reminder, free music, local DJs. Download it, listen to it at work, or whatever.
Yeah, why not?
While you're studying, while you're working, while you're
Yep.
cooking,
Because it's really
While you're
convenient.
drinking.
Really
while you're making
convenient.
love.
It's got all your nice hip hop mixes. You can just conveniently download it and then just press play. No ads. Get it in ya. And see if we can build those numbers up. More content for you, the listener.
Well, this episode has truly come to its closure.
Yes, it's the natural end, I'd like to say, Tim. It's been a pleasure to have Sean enough back in the studio. It's been way too long. Hopefully, in between visits won't be so long next time.
None taken.
Far too long between drinks, fellas. It's an absolute pleasure to be back, and look forward to being back here again.
And also with you,
My name's Tim and Taco.
I'm Jezbot.
I'm sure.
They hop, they duck, they climb. They go through 2 at a time.
Jumping the turnstile. Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. I had to take me. It was like a ninja.
Jumping the turnstile.
It's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile.
I definitely jumped the turnstile. Jumping.
The turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again.
Whenever I really don't have to do it, but I do it, I get away because
And there was no one there, so I figured it'd be just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times. Jumping.
Turnstile, instead of just paying the $2.25.
that's the technique. I pull the turnstile back like that. Boom, boom. My upper body is not moving, just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.